to support the kids directly. And so
Yeah.
in your case as a missionary now, as you're going, you've had to raise your own funds, right? And you've asked God for some help, and God has really helped you in that area. Tell us how that's gone.
Well, we decided early on that if this was from God, that He would provide for us. And, we have some money in savings and stuff, but, really, we don't have enough to support us. We had to pray to Him and ask Him. And we decided that we were going to let the Holy Spirit move in people, and we weren't going to go out there and solicit money for ourselves and our support. And I'll tell you, God has just orchestrated. We've had people out of the blue just say, "Hey, I want to support you." And I was praying one morning about it, and I was like, "Okay, God, we're getting close, and then you know where we're at, and I'm going to count on you." And not 2 hours later, somebody called and said they wanted to support us on a monthly basis, and it was a substantial amount, and it just reaffirmed, that God is going to provide for you, and you've got to take that step and trust that He's going to do that. And He will. I believe He will.
Absolutely. Well, God is in control, and this is a God thing, and I know that we have felt that from the very beginning, from our first visit to Thailand, and that has kind of carried us through some of the darker times of this project. And it's just the rewards are so incredible. When you look at those little lives and you see the difference that you can make, it's just an amazing thing. And so I'm a little bit envious of you getting to go there for a whole year. We're going to come and see you sometime around Christmas, I believe. But wow, that's my ultimate goal, is to really be able to do what you're doing, and to have the majority of our time devoted to working directly with the kids. And so very, very excited. We're just so pleased to have you here, first of all, and also to know that your family is going, and there's just going to be some great things. And so I think we want to invite everyone out there that's listening to this to pray for the Dalby family as they're there, that great things will happen to not only them, but to also everyone that they are exposed to. It's a different kind of country. Thailand is, they say it's the land of smiles, and the people are so wonderful there. But it's also a Buddhist country.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know part of the mission is to tell the good news. And I know that that's in the back of your mind as well. And you do that not by doing it forcefully and abruptly, but by building some relationships, right?
Yep.
Tell us some of your plans for that.
Well, we're going to rent a house. We're not sure where yet, but once we get settled and get into a neighborhood, we'll make friends with the neighbors and start inviting them over, and just start creating relationships. We plan on teaching some English to the local villages and stuff, and you've got to build the trust and the relationship before you can really be respected enough to share the gospel with them and have them be acceptable to it. And I'm a big believer in discipleship, and I think it's important that we share the gospel, but I think you have to disciple people as well. And if you don't have that step, I think that people have a shallow acceptance of Christianity, and it doesn't really affect their lives. But being able to be there and being able to disciple some men and maybe some families is something that definitely is on my heart, and I know that God's going to use us in that way. I just look forward to seeing what He's going to do.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, anyone who's listening, we want to invite you to help the kids, and there's a couple ways you can do that. One, you can go visit them, and there's such a tremendous need. There's a need for clothing and food, and just the basics. You can also adopt a child, and on a monthly basis. And so we encourage you to go to the www.libertykids.org website, and there's a new website being developed right now that should be finished very, very shortly. And so you can actually adopt a child and actually get to know that child, and you can go visit that child and so forth. I want to just mention one last thing before we close, and that's our, as you mentioned, our vacations with a purpose. And the whole purpose of Vacations with a Purpose is that that all of us can go and visit. You know, it's a great time. You know, might as well vacation with doing something important. You know, so many times we go on a vacation, we go to some resort and we kind of lay around and we come back and we're just kind of tired of the vacation. You know, and because we didn't really make a difference. But when we get a chance to make a difference, and you can actually go to the orphanage, and we have little Thai huts that have been built, and you can actually stay there, little motel rooms. You know, it's not 4-star, and you know, it's a little bit different than maybe what you might be used to at your local Holiday Inn or Hilton, but you get to stay there, and you get to visit the kids, you get to love up on them and get to know them, build some relationships, and I guarantee you that if you do that and you come back, your life will never be the same. It'll always be different. And I know that happened to you, and it changed your life, I think, when you went there. It makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, any last words for everyone out there?
You know, I just thought of a story. I've been an entrepreneur for most of my life, and I used to always think, God, when I get to this level or I get this much money, I'm going to have this much time, I'm going to be able to dedicate that and go serve and do some things. And you know, came a point in my life when God kind of took it all away from me, and I realized that God owns everything, and realistically, He doesn't need you to get to a point. He's waiting for you to step out and trust Him, not rely on ourselves. So, you know, again, I can't reiterate enough that you really need to, if you've got that desire, pray about it. He'll make a way.
Absolutely. Well, Chuck, thank you so much for being here. God bless you, and God bless this venture, and we'll look forward to regular updates.
Yes.
I know you're going to be blogging, right?
We're going to be blogging. We're going to do some video blogs. My older kids are going to be doing some video blogs, and we'll have a family page that people can see what we're doing, as well as the people that are getting involved with adoptions of the kids, virtual